This is going to be a new video explaining how to work in SKREEM Type 3, the one which has a bunch of contacts connected together, where you need to actually be very careful and cut one little trace in the middle. I'll explain how to do it. Alright, so after suffering a little bit with the angle, I think this is how I'm going to do it. I think I can see it pretty well. Actually, I like it. So for the purpose of cutting it, I'm going to take this tool, which most of you have, and I'm going to pull out the blade. So I'm sure all of you can get this thing. And I'm going to use it to cut the trace. So I'm carefully come over here. And usually I would try to go from the other side towards the camera, that way. But because I do want to show it to you, I want to go the other way. So I get over here very close. So this is how I'm going to cut it out. And at first I push firmly with my finger, and I try to kind of scratch it a little bit, kind of show myself where it's going to go. And then I go backwards, and I go back and forth a few times. And I don't know why it's not going backwards. But so I think we are done. Okay guys, now click and go adapters. You may have a red one or a clear one. I have this. So you will notice that I don't have this pin right here. Each adapter which you guys would have that pin. And it's easy to use the adapter with a pin. It's just mine is an older version, well, experimental version, and we never installed a pin on this one. So, installation, obviously, you guys would use a pin to align the click and go and the board and put it in. But sometimes I notice that some of the boards do not really read. So I would recommend that you go from that side and kind of slide it in like this. And looks like it's getting better contacts. The problem is these two pins, which are very close, they have to hit the chip right where you cut that line, and that's where it gets connected. So it needs to align really, really well. And if it kind of slips off that trace, which became available by itself without touching anything else, if it slips off that, then obviously you're not going to get a good reading. So, if you try to put it in, and if it didn't work when you just try to align it straight, try to give it a little bit of angle, and you kind of go, this way when you put it in. So, I would put it in like this, and then I kind of would slowly, again, don't put too much force on it. If you have to force something, you're not doing something right. You're making a mistake. And then close the locks. And yeah, we have 4 locks over here. You can do all 4. I usually really do 3. 2 probably is enough, but do all 4 if you want to. So make it right. All right, and it's ready to be connected to CarProg. All right, so this is quickly. CarProg, this is almost not a mistake I've ever seen. Maybe once or twice I noticed that somebody would not connect the power cable. So CarProg needs power. Until you connect the power, it will not read this MCU 705. You need to have a power connected. So once the power is connected, it will read perfectly. Alright, so in the left bottom right here, you'll notice, and this is what I'm talking about, you'll notice a CarProg serial number. If you don't have that serial number, it will not open this reading screen, and you'll have a blank screen. So if you have a blank screen, like it's all dark and gray, it means that the CarProg is not connected, or device serial number is not showing. You need to look at the drivers of the CarProg. Usually it's not the big deal. I've never seen an issue installing drivers on CarProg, but just in case. Okay, so the chip has a mask. My chip is 1D69J. Some versions of the CarProg software has this 1D69J here, or just lists 0D69J. It's somewhat the same thing. Feel free to select either one. Not a big deal. Okay, so here you click read, and you get a read. That's it. So now you're ready to save this file, make a key, make modification to the file. It all will work now. Alright, so now that the job is complete, I wanted to briefly show you if you want to extend the life of your click and go adapters, although it's intended that you replace them from time to time. I mean, obviously it's a wearable item, and but in any case, obviously you want your tools to live a longer life. So if you just open one side, then then the board will pop up on one side and possibly may damage the pins in the bottom. So keep that in mind. So when you open it, hold the board just a little bit there so it doesn't pop up, and then open up the things, and that when they all open, you kind of let the thing go all at once. Of course, better do it with two hands. Alright, so that's it. So this is done. Now we need to repair trace. So the next video will be on the repairing the trace. So the trick over here is, you can try, of course, to repair this trace and make it very nice and careful, but there's an easy way. You just all those lines, number 4, 5, 6, they're all shortened by this line, all these contacts. So all you do, just put a little bit of solder and short number 4 and number 5. Just like this. And that's it.